Angela, what's your first
and she's
memory of Tanvi?
19.
Well, that one from the kitchen. I just saw her and she was so beautiful. I do not always compliment people, but I had to, even if it was awkward for me also. And she was really nice. She was really, she had that warmth around her, the aura. I don't know what was that. And maybe that's the first contact we had, but the first memory is, I think that was 3 weeks. My first 3 weeks I was in France. I was in Lille, and I was a bit missing home. And then she came to my room with ice cream. And I think that that ice cream actually brought us together, to be honest. And from that moment, we were just like always together.
Wow.
Cooking and anything,
Yeah, basically everywhere.
anything we were doing together. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Tanvi had been to Serbia.
Angela's place.
I would want, okay, Angela's place, okay. So I would
Yes.
like both of you to share one memory or your feelings when you were at her place. Yes, Tanvi?
Yes, so I traveled alone to go to Angela's place, and then it was like I'm coming home because it was a long time I did not visit my place in India. So in December I went to her place, and the first feeling I got was like that I'm home. Her mother and her father made me feel very like their own daughter, and like that was my really amazing memory that I did not feel lonely in a different country, and I felt that I'm at home. So, yeah. And also with her mom, we really it was a different connection. She could not speak. We didn't have a proper like languages to speak, but even we've spoken with our hand languages. But that was also really amazing.
Okay, so gestures and the body language.
Yeah, yeah. What do
Angela,
you
would
have
you
to
like
say?
to say something when Tanvi was at your place?
Yeah, well, she came to Belgrade and it was 31st of December. So we actually celebrated the New Year's together, and it was really amazing for me to actually for her to meet my friends, to see how I live in Belgrade, because it's really different than how it was in France.
Okay.
And since Christmas in Serbia is on 7th, we are Orthodox, and on 7th of January. And actually, our all celebration starts from New Year's. So that's why she probably felt that warmth of a home, because that's the time, usually on 31st of December, when everything stops and families are at home. And we are waiting for Christmas on 7th of January. So my parents were always there. They were always cooking, and they were trying to to have as much as traditional food from Serbia, so she could try it, because we do also have a lovely food as in India does. So, yeah, and it was really cool when Tanvi and I made rajma for my parents.
Oh,
because that was something that we used to do in France. Every Sunday we would usually make rajma, and every Sunday was like a family day for Tanvi and me in France. So it was really interesting for me to have that family day with my family and Tanvi also.
oh.
So yeah. I really wanted her to see everything. So yeah, it was really cold. That was a bit of a bummer.
It's really
I
amazing to
remember.
listen to your bonding.
And it was the same with Carmen also. Like we always felt so at home with in the kitchen. Like I think she would agree, and we would just do like dishes together in the kitchen. So like we are washing, and me and Carmen having a chat over dishes. Like we are cleaning them, and we're talking to each other. So that only happens at home. I mean,
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember when I was thinking, like the last day the day you left, and I was thinking like, okay, I want to say, wrote her something, and when I think of you, it was like, it's the feeling of go back home. Like I've been the whole day in the university, in the library studying, and then I go home, I go to the kitchen, and Tanvi's there, and I ask her how was her day. She asked me, we cook something together, and then washing dishes together, like at home with your sister. That was the feeling I had.
Okay. And I remember Tanvi mentioning me once that Carmen was one Spanish leader of the gang. Was it true?
Yes, I'm pretty sure she will also agree with me. Also, Angela, don't you think so?
Yeah. They used to call her the Spanish mother because she was the
Oh.
mother of them all. She was really a leader of all of the Spanish group, I would say. She was the most responsible one.
Okay. I will tell them.
I really admire that about her, and also her she does a lot of volunteering and thing, and she
Yeah.
goes to India for 6 months. Is it, Karma?
3 months it was.
3 months. Yeah. So she's been to 3 months to India, also in Karnataka near
Oh,
Bangalore.
okay.
So
Okay. Great,
yeah,
great.
that's a really great thing that she's also doing.
Yes, but
Yeah.
when I was there, I remember like I'm so lucky of being living with you, like Tanvi and other Indian people that we were together, because there were a lot of things that reminds me to you, and some foods some meals that I thought, oh, this Tanvi and Akshay cook it for me, and this vegetable, the finger lady's
Yes.
finger. This is my favorite vegetable, and I remember to taste it with you in Lille, and then eat it almost every day
It was a
in
very rare vegetable in Lille. Actually, we never found it.
Oh,
No, I never found it in Spain. I tried it again, but not.
oh. Carmen, I'm just interested to know, like, when you visited India and Karnataka state, did you visit the village area or you were in the city?
I I first arrived to Bangalore and I spent there like a week. But then I went to small villages, like very rural areas in the north.
Oh,
In a small hospital in a Jesuit mission, and then I spent some more days in Bangalore and Malur, another smaller city.
oh, okay. So right now, both of you are pursuing your career in your own countries, or you are still in France?
In our own I'm in my own country. I'm in Serbia. I'm in Belgrade at the moment.
Okay.
Me too.
And
I mean, in Spain.
Me too. I'm in India.
We are back home.
Yeah, we are all far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
very nice.
Carmen
talking
and
to
I
you.
are on the same continent.
Yes, we are closer than time.
At least the same time zone than me.
Yeah.
So, Angela, when are you planning to come to India to meet all of us, especially to Goa?
Well, I hope when the COVID is over, I will be able to travel. I really miss traveling and I really miss seeing Tanvi. Last year we saw each other in Belgrade, so now it's my turn
Okay.
to travel and see her. And I hope it will be soon because this corona is not really letting us be free.
Yeah. Also before me going to Belgrade, Angela had come to meet me also in Lille. Wherein I guess we all met again for Diwali, which of last year's Diwali. So that was also another very exciting thing because she came
It
all
was
the
actually
way.
a
She went to
surprise.
Spain. Yeah, yeah. The best surprise.
I went to Spain to see. Yeah, I went to Spain to see the rest of the Spanish gang. And it was a secret. Everybody knew that I was supposed to go to Lille after I went to Madrid, but of course, Tanvi didn't know. She thought I would go to Serbia. Came in from the airport and she was sleeping. She didn't understand what was happening in the moment because she didn't expect me at all. So that was really nice. I never did a surprise like that, and it was really, really good.
Yeah. So many of the Indian youngsters who are Tanvi's friends or my other students. I'm teacher, by the way, of Tanvi's teach. I taught Tanvi 10 years ago, maybe, but we are good friends now. So many of the youngsters would be watching this episode when both of you are talking. I would like to know from both of you, other than Rajma, which other Indian dishes you all like?
Okay.
All of them.
I like everything, to be honest, because everything is spicy, and I really like spicy food.
Oh, okay.
In Serbia, we also eat a lot of
Yeah.
spicy food, and I really like that. So it was not really, I liked everything. Rajma is my favorite. I could eat it all the time. But yeah, I don't know what else. Everything else I also like.
But I'm pretty sure you don't remember the name of other things that you
Yes.
ate.
I remember pav bhaji.
Oh,
Is it like that?
Yeah.
Did I pronounce it? Yeah,
Yes,
I
it's
like
pav
that.
bhaji.
I like
Mhm.
that a lot. But
And
I like Rajma the most.
oh.
yeah.
And Tanvi, what
She even
about
liked
you?
our random dal also.
Oh, okay, okay. Tanvi, do you remember any of the dishes cooked by these people?
Yes, yes. So by Carmen, I remember her paella, and this is a dish with rice and seafood. But that day we made it with I guess with chicken. And Angela, once for the Easter, she made this amazing recipe of her father's. Angela, do you know? I forgot the name of it. It was with cream.
It doesn't have really any specific name. It's just chicken with cream and mushrooms. It's
Yeah.
something my dad makes all the time. So it's really easy to make. For a student, it's really easy to make.
But
So-
that was the one thing that you had made other than pasta for me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So it was very special. And when I went to Serbia, also I ate a lot of traditional food.
So now I'm 100% convinced that it's the food which connects people.
we used to buy pano chocolat, which is just the bread with chocolate, when we were returning from the market, because you go there hungry and you buy all that food and then you eat the pano chocolat on the way to the residence. So that was really my favorite memory.
Tell me
Yes, in
one
the
thing.
residence.
Was Tanvi studying there or she was cooking there all the time in the university?
We were all studying. It just, I think I was trying to explain that to my friends here, because they thought that I was always just hanging out with friends or making food, but somehow you manage to actually study, to take care of yourself, to have time for friends. I don't know how, because I cannot do that here.
Oh,
But somehow in France, it was really possible to do everything. You were, I don't know, you just had time for study, you had time for cooking, you had time for hanging out. It's just, I think it's all the organization.
I think you made most of the time that you had. The best use
Yes,
of the time. that
that's
you
true.
For sure. I have the same feeling, like maybe France was the hardest time for my studies, but also the
Yes.
time when I was more hung out with a lot of friends, meeting a lot of friends. But I can manage there. Here, for me, it's impossible. I have to say no to a lot of things for my studies. But
True.
still, it was. We were.
Well, I mean, yes, you did you did medicine, and also you did it in French there for a year, and but you were still around with everybody, and that was really commendable, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
that's
also,
what I
I
was
think
wondering. Law and medicine and food
Yeah.
engineering, 3 different things. Like,
yeah. Actually, nobody could help each other with their studies, but we could just help each other, but just by being there for each other, and
that's very nice.
maybe in the rooms or like just mental support.
Yes, I remember to
Yeah,
meet in
but
the breakfast room or in other room to just
Yeah, to study there.
study.
Yeah.
when I had my exam period, it was really good, because usually you tell someone to wake up in the morning so you can study. And Tanvi was my human alarm clock. She used to wake me up in the morning and tell me, come on, it's time to study. You told me to wake you up. And that really helped me a lot.
Great.
Yeah. Also, for me, I had two other classmates who stayed with me, Sandhya and Yashwan. So we always did group studies, and it was because she was also my neighbor, so it was so easy to do group studies. Just because we stayed there, we could study till maybe like 12, 1, whenever we want. So it was really easy actually.
So one small thing each one wants to share as we come to the end of this.
Wow. Anytime I speak about France, about leave to my friends, I always say that was probably the best year of my life, because I think it's about what we were talking about time, because I was so good in all the areas of my life. I met great people as Tanvi and Angelita, as we call them. And also for studies, the university was so hard, and it was a extra effort to me, and I could afford it. And then for the languages, we learned a lot of languages, and sharing these feelings, sharing these experiences every day was so great. And you always feel with someone, with a partner, very supportive, and that was so great. And the most important thing was because of the people we could share that. So I feel so thankful, and so grateful that that were you, these people I found it.
I agree.
Yes, I agree. I so agree. And it's the same with me. The experiences that I've earned with, especially these two girls, these are like I've earned friends for life. And like I couldn't ask for anything else. I would never imagined something like this, and it just happened to me. And that's the best part of the entire journey.
I couldn't agree with both of you more. I think that I'm really most proud of all my memories and all the people I met, because truly you meet such an amazing people from all over the world, and you just are happy to share the friendship and your culture with them. It's totally different. And as Carmen said, your life in every aspect is literally perfect. So it was actually such a good time, and I'm really happy, and I feel rich because I have so many friends and so many memories from that time, really. And I'm happy to say that these people are my friends now still.
It was really very nice talking to all of you. And thank you so much for joining for this session of Tanvi, the Global Desi in Sangeeta Studio. Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much. And Tanvi, yes, I really enjoyed.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta Dai, for having me and my friends from everywhere for this amazing episode, for this amazing journey of mine. And thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye,
the
everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.